I was asked to help a building products company with a strategy session. Now, normally, my recommendation would be to do a value stream mapping session. But Vince, my sponsor, wanted something different. He wanted something more aspirational. So I flexed to meet his needs. Now, Vince and I planned for over a month, and I flew in an extra day early because I really wanted to understand what was happening in their manufacturing plants. And our session was being held right next door to one of their plants in Michigan. Now, Vince gave me a tour of the plant. And one thing I noticed was, even though the processes were supposed to be straight, it appeared that the product was jamming all over the lines and people were just fighting their equipment. So I was curious, and I realized that there were major reliability issues on the line. I asked Vince if I could get a little closer so I could see some of the issues I was familiar with in other facilities. And he was intrigued and had me show my findings to the plant manager, who started asking me really good questions about, well, what would you do about it? And we had a great conversation about leveling, squaring, center lining, and locking in settings. We continued to talk through ideas, and it seemed to me that this might be able to fit into their overall strategy session. But I was their facilitator, and the team had to decide what was the most important things to do over the next 3 to 5 years. Now, on the first day of the session, the team developed some far-reaching aspirational statements for their business, things they really wanted to be in 5 years that they could be proud of. It was an exciting moment. They really were aligned around these things. But how are they going to get there? So the team brainstormed ways to achieve their aspirations. And when they were done, it looked like a posted tornado had blown through the room. Really exciting. Somehow we were going to turn this all into a roadmap and a strategy. So we had the team prioritize all of their ideas. And as it turns out, reliability became a critical part of their roadmap to the future. Now, like most road mapping exercises, when we put the tasks and the people up in a visual way, teams typically front load everything. So that's good news. The good news is they saw it and they were able to move things around and make sure that people could actually complete the work that was going to drive them to the future. Well, turns out that reliability became very critical for the business, and they appreciated my insights so much that they actually engaged me to provide reliability support to one of their plants just to kind of prove it out and show them how it worked. Well, they liked that so much, I got to do similar reliability efforts at 5 of their plants across the United States. Now, the good news is I was able to show their teams how to accomplish these reliability improvements in such a way that they could take it for themselves. So over the next year or so, they actually completed reliability efforts across every single manufacturing line in their United States network. And this was actually completed 1 year ahead of their strategy. They're well on their way to their aspirations of being the best building products manufacturer in the world. I hope you enjoyed this story, gained some insight, and learned something you can use. You'll find many more Kaizen stories on my website, www.pi-partners.com. If you'd like help growing your profits through sustained process improvement, scan the QR code on the screen for a free consultation, and let's start our journey together.